Swerves past the swipe.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. And tonight, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Memphis Grizzlies here in FedEx Forum. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sideline. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. We've got Irving. Wembanyama is out there with Danny Granger. Then there's Scott, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Memphis, in the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. Rudy Gay is out there with Jackson, and it's Gasol at the 5 spot. And as a coach, Dan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Now here's Smart. Morant outside. 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Wembanyama outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Now here's Morant. 23 points his last outing. 13 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Irving against Morant. No good from Irving.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
The Grizzlies shooting their first foul shot of the game. That free throw good from Gasol. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Wembanyama against Smart. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Now, here's Scott. Inside, Granger throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. They get Marc Gasol.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Now here's Smart. Morant sets a screen for Smart. Back to Morant. Jackson, a screen on Irving. It's Morant with the drive. And he makes that one.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance. And he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
With the drive. And finished off by Scott.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Grizzlies trail by 5. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. Now, Coach immediately recognized the many talents of Kyrie Irving. One thing he pointed out was not losing Irving on defense. Coach said Irving is just as dangerous without the ball. We can't let him get behind us. We have to make sure someone is on him at all times. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. Number 1, the Pacers.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in terms of points per game a season ago. They play as a team, just really unselfish in terms of their brand of basketball.
Gay finds Morant. To the paint. Here's Gasol. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Gasol's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, we may see Gasol all over the court, but he's still best inside. Has an array of post moves, plus a beautiful touch.
Now, here's Scott. The kick out to Irving. Sinks the triple. He has 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Morant passes to Gasol. Rudy Gay on the way. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And now look at Victor Wembanyama here. Great showing for him last season. First in blocks, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in It's just a terrific year on the glass.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Wembanyama down low. Jackson on him. Wembanyama, a screen on Morant. Irving passes to Wembanyama. Lays it up off the glass.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Now here's Granger, following the miss by Jaren Jackson. The drive by Granger. And the rejection by Jackson. 3 from Gay. Connects from three-point range.
And over time, Gay has gotten better from beyond that arc. I love seeing him shoot the ball with confidence from deep.
Now, here is Irving. 5 points in the game. Wembanyama, a screen on Morant. Irving finds Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Baines checked in for the Grizzlies.
Coming onto the floor for the Grizzlies, number 2, Desmond Bain.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. And here's Morant. 6 points for him. And they're running. And here we go. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Scott.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Morant kicks to Gay. 3-pointer. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Gay has excellent form on that jump shot. Has really put a lot of work into making it better through the year.
Drive by Scott. Here's Wembanyama. The Grizzlies pull it in. Bain looking around. Smart. Kicks it out to Gay. Pass to Morant. Drops in the layup for 2. Morant's got 8 points.
Well, he's been hot out of the gates, 4 for 5, and he might just be getting started.
And finished off by Scott.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Pacers making the shot. Left side Jackson. On the wing, Bain. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Yeah, Bain is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
Smart against Scott. Leonard with the ball. And there's the drop. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Gay. He has 6. Here's Irving. Granger, a screen on Morant. Stolen by Jackson. Gay scanning before. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Gay isn't easy to tie up, using his length and muscle to kind of power through the defense.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Pacers. Wembanyama, a screen on Morant. Irving drives in, and that one drops for him. He has 7.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Outside, Bain. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Scott inside, guarded by Smart. Leonard with a screen on Bain. Granger drives in, and it's Granger with the jam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Clippers. Gay outside. Jackson, a screen on Leonard. Here's Gay on the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Leonard, the pass to Wembanyama. And great, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. They're giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls. They've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Santi Aldama comes in for Rudy Gay. And Pippen subbed in for Marcus Smart. Morant kicks to Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Aldama can't hit. Pass downing for Indiana. They won that game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Scott, the pass to Wembanyama. Granger, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Granger. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. And here's Jackson, defended by Wembanyama. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that. Shot that time, the whistle blowing. And last season, with all the injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson had to play a bigger role and was effective.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we were all a little surprised at his offensive game. You know, he got more opportunity and we saw him doing more things. He also played more at the center spot, you know, so he's become a great two-way player. We knew he was always an elite defender.
Absolutely. Now here's Granger. He's got 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way stand from the G League assistant there to NBA assistant and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. Here's Pippen. The Pacers making the shot. Gay outside. Hefty move. And the layup is good. Gay's got 13.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Good work there as it goes.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Here's Morant. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Scott. Pacers leading by 10. Granger, a screen on Morant. Here's Scott. Kicks it out to Leonard. Granger, a screen on Bain. Leonard the pass to Granger. And it's Granger with the jam.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Indiana out in front, up by 12. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. We welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Indiana.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And they're also hitting that mid-range shot at a high clip. A big key will be to continue that success throughout.
The Grizzlies trail by 12. Morant is out there with Pippen. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then there's Gasol. And it's Bane in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the basket is good.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
The kick out to Irving. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a #1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
O'Neal misses. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Trailing here by 8 and playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Bank shot, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
By Scott and finished off by Scott.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Now, Morant. 8 points for him. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, pass to Gasol. And contact on... shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Get Jermaine O'Neal. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now, that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively. And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
To the inside, Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Memphis. It's a victory here for the home team. Last time these guys met.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Yeah, give credit to those guys for playing with such aggressiveness. It makes a huge difference when you get that kind of boost from your second unit.
Scott finds Siakam. Aldama with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 8. It's Pippen on the wing, defended by Scott. Morant outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Now, here's Siakam, defended by Aldama. Here's Wembanyama. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Now, here's Scott. 10 points for him. Outside for our test. Wembanyama, a screen on Bane.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Pippen, trailing by 10. On the wing, Bane. Stolen by Artest. Here's Siakam. Aldama with the rebound. Aldama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bane finds Pippen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And here's Morant. 10 points for him. Pippen a screen. It's Morant with the drive. Nice D from Scott.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Wembanyama, a screen on Morant. Scott the pass to Siakam. Offensive rebound. Here's Wembanyama. Now, here's Halliburton. Defended by Aldama. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Smarts checked in for Santi Aldama. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. And another miss by Memphis. Pacers leading by 12. Siakam with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Wembanyama, a screen on Morant. Halliburton drives in. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Morant against Halliburton. Morant kicks to Jackson. No good, and they can't put him into this drought. Indiana's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Scott the pass to Siakam. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Takes the 13-footer. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Bane. Scott against Morant. Scott kicks to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to talk to his guys. Gaines checked in for Pippen. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year. Number 1, the Pacers.
The way these guys moved the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Scott against Morant. Shoots the 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Yeah, Morant just continuing to assert himself offensively.
Outside, Scott. Pass to Halliburton. Outside for Wembanyama. And Wembanyama too much inside.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Morant against Scott. Jackson a screen on Artest. 18 feet out. Gay can't get it to go.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Scott inside. Guarded by Morant. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Well, you can see why they involved Wembanyama in the 2-man game.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Jackson from deep. Pacers with the rebound. Scott with the ball. 10 points for him. Down low. Outside for Artest. Here's Halliburton. Scott. And it's Gay with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Wembanyama, a screen on Morant. The drive by Scott. Off target at the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Morant passes to Bane. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Scott against Gay. Now Siakam. Back to Scott. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Into the lane. They need this one. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. And I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Morant against Scott. Morant reaches to Gay. The Grizzlies with another miss.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Takes it out to Siakam. Now, here is Halliburton. Still scoreless. Scott the pass to Halliburton. Here's Wembanyama. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Bane. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. And here is Scott. 12 points for him. To the middle. Here's Siakam. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Morant kicks to Bane. Morant sets a screen for Bane. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Baines got 12 in the game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Scott against Smart. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot. But he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Smart is known as a very physical player. You almost think he welcomes getting hit while shooting.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. O'Neal's checked in for Wembanyama. Granger comes in for Pascal Siakam. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Ron Artest. And Irving subbed in for Halliburton. Leonard against Gay. Left side, Scott knocks it loose. Smart with the steal. Gay with it. He's picked up by Irving, and it's blocked by Scott.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jackson comes over with the double. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in. Granger, a screen on Smart. Here's Scott. What a terrific move that was. Scott's got 6 here in this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. 3 from Gay. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 16.
And when Gay hits a few early, you know he's feeling it. It's like seeing him find his rhythm on offense.
They set the pick. Here's Scott. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Pacers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Coach Carlisle with me. Rick, a tremendous first half offensively. What pleased you about the team's effort?
Our pace is good. You know, we're making a good effort defensively, but they're starting to hit some shots, so we're going to have to keep it tightened up.
We'll see what happens as the game continues. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Indiana Pacers.
They're passing on point, reading the defense and reacting. Kenny, I wish you'd react this fast when I asked you to pass the cinnamon rolls.
I'm just trying to watch out for them carbs for you, big fella. Just watching out those carbs.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here at Indiana, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And for the Grizzlies, 2024 stand was marked by an unprecedented amount of injuries.
Well, Kevin, they used 51 different starting lineups. That's the most in NBA history, and they were also forced to use 12 injury hardship exceptions. That is just incredibly bad luck.
On the court right now for the Pacers. O'Neal is out there with Danny Granger. Then there's Scott. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Irving in at the point guard. Baines checked in for the Grizzlies. There's the screen. Drive by Scott. Here's Granger. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain passes to Morant. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Morant's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Grizzlies. Here's Scott. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Smart. Kicks it out to Gay. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the thing about Rudy Gay, you never know when he's going to have a night where he just explodes. He's one of those guys that can just score in bunches.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Gay outside. Gasol setting the pick for Gay. To the paint. Tries from 10. Gasol no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Irving passes to O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And you want to prevent Ja from driving to the rim, but you got to also contest him at the mid-range and just hope it doesn't go in.
On the wing, Granger, guarded by Morant. A kick out to O'Neal. Clock at 4. Knocks down the 3-ball. O'Neal's got 7 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Smart. Pass to Gasol. Gay outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Marcus Smart. Last season's performance for him averaged about 14 points, just over 2 steals and 4 assists. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Absolutely. I wish I had 2 or 3 like him coming off the bench when I was coaching. If I did, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys.
O'Neal finds Leonard. 6 to shoot. Kicks it out to Granger. Off target from 3-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 15. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Gay. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Yeah, and every year, Bain's playmaking seems to take another leap. Fantastic pass right there.
Here's Scott. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Scott. Second chance shot. Good work defensively by Smart. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And it's Morant missing. Indiana leading by 13. Here's Scott. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Indiana?
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And another thing, the defense didn't clog the lanes. They took full advantage with their ability to attack the paint on a lot of those possessions.
That's good from Scott. Morant with it. He's got 17. Outside, Bain. Pass to Gay. That's a basket. Is 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And Gay has great length down on the block there. Fantastic at just jumping on opportunities to score when he's down low.
Scott, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. They get Marc Gasol.
What a finish. He used his bounce to throw it down over the tall defender.
Some changes for Memphis. Santi Aldama's checked in for Gasol, and Pippen subbed in for Rudy Gay. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 17-point game. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And with that shot, the Indiana leads cut to just 11 points and the basket from Bain.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running. And sets for him.
I like the selfless approach from Kyrie tonight, doing whatever he can to help his team.
Scott against Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
Here's Scott. He's got 24. Granger outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Granger's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Aldama. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Scott inside. Guarded by Morant. Granger, a screen on Morant. Scott dishes to Granger. Grizzlies with the rebound. Baines got 4 rebounds in this game. Smart kicks to Pippen. His three-pointer's off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for O'Neal. Pascal Siakam comes in for Danny Granger. Ron Artest, he's checked in for Leonard. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Wembanyama, a screen on Pippen. Kick out to LaVine. A three-pointer is right on target. LaVine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Morant. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Siakam, a screen on Smart. LaVine passes to Siakam. The kick out to Scott. Siakam, a screen on Pippen. 5 to shoot. Scott finds Siakam. From outside the arc. Scott can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by LaVine. Scott dishes to LaVine. Wembanyama, a screen. And LaVine, here we go. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individuals.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Bane, no good. Indiana leading by 17. Here's our test, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. Pass to Bane. Over Siakam. Bane, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Scott the pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Now Morant. 22 points for him. They need this. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Morant's got 24 points.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Scott kicks to Artest. Misses the three. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing by 19.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Aldama passes to Morant. Back to Aldama. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Outside, Scott. Siakam, a screen on Smart. Scott the pass to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
You can tell Siakam has this action down. He knows just when to roll off the pick and receive the ball.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Morant. And that one drops.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Smart. And the Pacers also making a change. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Morant is so athletic that he finds himself at the free throw line a lot.
A kick out to O'Neal. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. Siakam, a screen on Pippen. A drive by Scott. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting for Indiana. Scott hits them both. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Morant passes to Gay. Morant with the screen on Artest. Down low, here's Aldama.
Well, pretty sure Aldama could bring down the standard if he wanted to.
Scott against Pippen. Pass to Siakam. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Levine, and then Levine with the jam.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
Memphis has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Gay outside. Pippen finds Gay. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pippen sets a screen for Bain. He can't hit that time. Good D by Siakam.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Screen by Siakam. And so it's the Indiana Pacers closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. No blow-bys.
Now preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. He doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on that end.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Santi Aldama is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Desmond Bain. Then it's Pippen. And it's Morant in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The Grizzlies shooting in this game 45%. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right, a lot of examples. Scott, good. Scott's got...
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Pippen. Plays it up and banks it in. Pacers leading by 22. Siakam, a screen on Pippen. Here's Scott. And the layup's good off the glass. Scott's got 18 points now here in the second half.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Morant against Levine. Morant kicks to Bain. Pippen with the wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
O'Neal a screen on Bain. And Levine, here we go. Siakam passes to Scott. And that's going to be too many steps. It's the whistle on the travel.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Smart's checked in. Morant scanning the floor. Nice move. He doesn't hit that one. O'Neal with the defensive effort. O'Neal a screen on Smart. The drive by Siakam. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Now, here's Scott, defended by Aldama. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Outside, Bain. And the three off target.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a pull shot.
And it's good, 2 points.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Just superior focus from Moran. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
That's good. From Morant. Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Halliburton's checked in for the Pacers. Siakam, screen on Pippen. Halliburton kicks to Artest. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. Memphis ball. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics. And there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's working a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Halliburton against Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Morant's got 34 points.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Here's Halliburton, and he gets it to go.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Here's Morant, and Morant throws it down.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And they pick up 2.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Indiana leading by 21. Siakam, a screen on Morant. Scott the pass to Siakam, and the shot goes in.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Here's Aldama, guarded by O'Neal, and Aldama slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end.
of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Siakam, a screen on Morant. The drive by Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Morant against Halliburton, and Morant gets it to go.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Screen by Siakam. Drives to the hoop, and then Scott slams it in.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Outside Pippen. Here's Aldama. Drills the three-pointer. Aldama's got it. Five points now in this quarter.
Wow, you don't see that kind of quickness from Aldama all that often.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, A-Train.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. O'Neal a screen on Jackson. The drive by Granger and the slam dunk by Granger.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Irving against Morant. At the elbow, it's Gasol. Kicks it out to Gay. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
And it's Scott with the jam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Memphis has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Morant dishes to Gay. From past the arc, it's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Leonard attacking, and then Leonard with the dunk.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
And the Grizzlies shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Morant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
A drive by Scott, and good that time. Scott's got 46 points.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Grant, the good-looking shot from the wing.
Yeah, a lot of guys now are not comfortable in that mid-range area, but Morant is. He'll take that shot when it's there.
On the wing, Scott, guarded by Smart. Granger, a screen on Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Tipped away. Stolen by Smart.
Well, that's only his first turnover of the game, but you know he'd like to have that one back.
And Smart can hit from all distances. He is so smooth with that release.
Scott kicks to Granger. Irving against Morant. Granger, a screen on Gay. Leonard attacking, and the rejection by Jackson.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away, put those big hands.
There's the drive, and finished up by Morant.
Dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
Serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Scott hits them both. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus. Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
The Grizzlies shooting at 51%. Really solid.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Indiana.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a three-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for A-Train.
He did it all tonight, making an impact with more than just his scoring. How about the fact that he got a triple-double?
The kick out to Irving. Shot clock at 2. No one covering. And the Pacers lead by 20.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team.
Another bucket.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And another one.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Outside, Smart. Jackson down low. Gasol. Here's Scott. Off on that one. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. With Kyrie Irving, it's early in the season, so what's the most important thing to getting off on the right foot?
Great days of practice, honestly, and being prepared. Always communicating and trusting each other. That's going to be the biggest word for us this year is trust. Like I said, consistency and trust.
We will see. It's a long season if you can get that done, Kyrie. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, A-Train.